Yes, I've just switched my shirt. Apparently there was an issue with the recording of this part. Thank you Hazel Lau for letting me know. So I'm reshooting this. We're gonna talk about sleep and health and sleep and performance. Let's get into it. First, when it comes to sleep and health, you may have heard that you gotta sleep 7 or 8 or 9 hours in order to have good health, and that is a myth. Here's the thing, when it comes to sleep and health, the key thing is sleep cycles. See, during the night time we sleep in 90-minute sleep cycles, which go from light sleep to deep stages of sleep into REM or creative sleep, and then we go into another cycle. For somebody's optimal health, you need 4 or 5 of these 90-minute cycles. 4 90-minute cycles is 6 hours, 5 is 7.5 hours. So for your optimal health, you need between 6 and 7.5 hours, or 5 of these sleep cycles in a 24-hour period. Does that make sense? Now, here's a very cool thing when it comes to sleep cycles. There's also something called core sleep. Core sleep is the bulk of your slow wave sleep and deep sleep. It's the one that's physically restorative for your body, and according to researchers, it's the best. It's the sleep that we need most for our health. Now, the cool thing about core sleep, we get the most of it, the bulk of it, 80 to 90% of it during the first half of the nighttime. So I thought that was pretty cool if you have trouble with your sleep in the last 1-2 hours, but you've gotten your bulk, your core sleep at the first half of the night. Yeah, you're gonna feel tired in the morning, but health-wise, it's not the worst thing in the world. So, there we go, in terms of health. Now, let's talk about sleep and performance. Do you wake up sometimes feeling sleepy and tired, and in the daytime you're unable to focus, to think, to function properly? Well, this all comes down to something called sleep inertia. See, sometimes, not sometimes, but always, when you wake up between sleep and that state of full alertness and awakeness, there is this transitory state called sleep inertia. Typically, it takes just 2 to 5 minutes to go from sleep to full alertness, where it's easy to focus, to think, to function, but sometimes it can take as long as 4 hours. And that is caused by poor sleep quality. Now, you may think sometimes in the morning, when you've lost a lot of sleep, I don't want to wake up at all. Like, how am I gonna function? How am I gonna be able to I'm not able to focus or to think. I just wanna keep sleeping. If you've ever thought anything like that, I wanna share with you this fabulous study. Researchers wanted to find out how sleep inertia affects people with good sleep versus people who have broken sleep. So they took both groups, they deprived them of sleep for 24 hours, and then they examined how they performed the next day, how they worked. And they were astonished, because what they found was that the people who were having sleep problems, whose sleep quality was lower, their work performance was actually as good as that of those who were sleeping well. How is that possible? Well, think of it this way. If you eat a red hot chili pepper for the first time, it's hot, it burns you up. But for a Mexican, they eat it for breakfast. It's when you eat it every single, if you're a Mexican and you eat red hot chili pepper every single morning or every single day, then it's nothing. It doesn't burn you as much. It's similar to, this is similar to losing sleep quality. In that research and similar researches, what sleep scientists have found is that somebody losing sleep develops a resistance or resilience, excuse me, when it comes to sleep loss. Meaning, even if you've lost a lot of sleep, if you work, you can develop that resilience yourself, that ability to be able to work, to think, to function, even though, even though you've lost sleep. So I think that's freaking awesome. You don't have to be a dependent on how well you've slept. You can totally train yourself to function well.